Now.
Ready? Hello, my name is Louis Maggiore from Longfellow's Restaurant. This is the third installment in our set of videos from Grandma Nettie's to Uncle Pete's salad to Mama Maggiore's lasagna. Alright? First, what we're going to do is we're going to make our mixtures. Okay? We normally come up with some eggs, some cheese, ricotta cheese. Okay? You're going to take these three and you're going to mix them in a bowl with some salt, pepper, and parsley. So that's the first part of getting this lasagna recipe done. The second part is getting your beef together. Okay? Ground beef, ground pork, onions, garlic, and olive oil. First start off with your olive oil, you add your onions, then you add your garlic, because if you add your garlic before your onions, everything's going to burn. You don't want that because then you got to start over. So then you add your ground beef and then you add your ground pork. After you cook this and brown it, which one of the key things you want to do is you want to drain it. You don't want to have all that oil dripping all over your lasagna. It's already unhealthy as it is, okay, because this is not a healthy lasagna. This is an unhealthy lasagna, but I love it. That's how I grew up. So we got our meat mixture. The next thing we're going to have is we're going to have a little cheese sauce. It's basically heavy cream Parmesan Romano cheese. I take that, I thicken it with an egg yolk. Okay, I don't bring it to a boil because if you bring it to a boil, the egg yolk is going to curdle. Alright, then we have some shredded mozzarella. Alright, and of course, we got our homemade red tomato sauce, marinara. Alright, first thing we're going to do, one of the other ingredients is, my mother used to make her own noodles. Okay, you can make your own noodles, but seeing as how new technologies come in, I'm going to use some pre-cooked lasagna sheets. Okay, you can get those in the store, by the way. First thing I'm doing is I'm going to get my baking pan, I'm going to spray it. The reason I want to spray it is because when I go to clean this pan, I don't want to have to take all the time and it's all burnt on the outside and all that stuff. Because when I'm done doing stuff like this, I need to have a drink. Okay? So, first thing we're going to do is we spray our pan, we get our lasagna sheet. Okay? The next thing is you want to put some sauce on the bottom. If you don't put sauce on the bottom, okay, then the bottom is going to be dry and it's going to be really not that good. So we got our sauce on the bottom. Now, we get some of our ground beef and ground pork. As you notice, I'm not using gloves because I don't use gloves at home. But in the restaurant, we use gloves because it's healthier. But back when I was young, my grandmother and mother were making this stuff, they didn't believe in gloves. And to tell you the truth, we never got sick, hardly ever. Okay? So, we have our ground beef. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take our cheese sauce. I'm going to pour the cheese sauce over this. Okay? So now we got our ground beef. That's another layer. We're going to take our ricotta cheese mixture. Okay? We're going to put that on. Okay? Nice and smooth. Oh, how delicious this is. Oh boy. Okay, we're going to make a nice layer of this. The key to lasagna is to layer it. Okay, you gotta layer. If you don't layer, then your lasagna is going to come out thin like a pancake. And who wants a pancake for a lasagna? Okay? So you gotta have layering. And then we're going to do our cheese, shredded mozzarella. Okay, there's a layer. Now what we're going to do is we're going to start all over. Okay? Little sauce over that. Okay? Another lasagna sheet. Okay? A little more sauce. Ground beef. And ground pork. Okay? We're going to have some of our cheese sauce again. It's really not that hard. The hardest thing is getting all this stuff together. Our ricotta cheese. Okay? Slide that on. Now, I'm not going to keep going through this whole process because this video's got to be down to a certain time, or all you folks watching me, you're going to leave and not even care about what I do. Okay? We're going to do another 4 layers of this. Okay? You're going to finish with sauce and your shredded mozzarella. That way you get that nice cheese sauce over the top. So remember, 6 layers all together. That's the key. You're going to have your oven preheated. Okay? We want to slow bake this about 325, hour and a half. Okay? That'll be fine. If you want, you can cover it with aluminum foil so the cheese doesn't burn on top. But the last half an hour of cooking, you want to take the top off. You want to let the cheese melt and brown. After it is cooked, what you want to do is you don't want to start cutting into the lasagna. Because if you cut into it right after it comes out of the oven, it's going to spread all over the place and it's going to be mouchade, which just means runny and all that stuff. Terrible. So what you're going to do is you're going to let this lasagna rest. I would say for at least 15 to 20 minutes. Once it rests, now you're allowed to cut it. Okay, cut it into your whatever size you like. Okay? Finish it with a little red sauce, Parmesan cheese. This right here is going to be on our What's for Dinner to-go order, okay? We do it every Wednesday here at Longfellow's, okay? It's on June 12th. Mama Maggiore's Lasagna. So give us a call at Longfellow's. Order your What's for Dinner, and we'll do all the cooking for you. You'll take all the credit. Thank you very much. This is Chef Lou out. Peace out, everyone.